What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And in this video, we're going to talk about Friday's price action. What happened? Was it the arbitrage play or was it algorithmic trading? Was it supply and demand, or did they control the volume like they always do to make the candlestick do what it's supposed to do? Let's take a look at the chart. And first, I'm going to remind you what you already know, okay? And that is, if you are in a broker that uses payment for order flow, you purchase your shares, let's say 10 shares of AMC, and that order is sent to a market maker. And that market maker has a choice. He can either let those orders go through to the lit exchange, or he can ship that over to the dark pool because it's not needed on the lit exchange. To illustrate how a market maker uses an algorithm to form the bars patterns that we see every day, I'm going to tell you exactly what you already know, and then it's going to make sense to you, okay? You may have heard it said, or you may have even said it yourself, that they will park your buy orders, or they will send the buy orders to the dark pool. Why? Because they can't have it run up. If they send all the orders that are supposed to be sent to the lit exchange, AMC would have been done bust the roof out, okay? But you have to control the volume of buy orders that are going to the lit exchange and send it over to the dark pool. Why? Because it's not needed. Why? Because you're trying to create this downward pressure on the stock. Okay, you know this. This is how these candles are formed. This is why AMC falls. They are allowing sell orders to come into the market, and they're rerouting the buy orders, okay? Let's flip over to APE real quick, and it's the opposite, people. Looking at the chart, all right, and you see this big, huge green candle that happened Friday on APE. What caused that? Supply and demand. CSI just had go ask Doug Sifu if I'm right. Listen, people. In order to form this big green candle, when sell orders were coming in for APE, they was either parking them or they were sending them to the dark pool. And they were only allowing the buy orders to come in. Why? Because when buy orders supersede the sell orders, you get candlesticks that look like this. Common sense. If you've been in this play for a week, you should know that they control these candlesticks by the amount of buy orders they send to the lit exchange or sell orders they send to the lit exchange, causing this kind of action. Okay? So, knowing all of that, what happened Friday? They allowed sell orders to supersede buy orders in AMC, and they put the buy orders in the dark pool. And on APE, they did the complete opposite. They allowed the buy orders to come into APE, and they shipped the sell orders over to the dark pool. That's what caused that candlestick. That's what caused the run-up. It's not supply and demand. If you don't park any shares, if you don't send any shares to the dark pool, if you let everything go to the lit exchange, then yes, supply and demand works. But in this particular case, they do park your shares. They do send your shares, buy and sell, depending on the candles that they want to create, to the dark pools, okay? Now, here's where the fun comes in. Here's where you try to find out what the algorithm is doing, okay? Now, we know that on Friday, APE ran up. That means they allowed more buying to go into the lit exchange than sales, and in AMC, they did the complete opposite. It was a mirror effect. Whatever they needed in one and the other, it was a mirror. That's why if you go and you can create, watch this. All right, I can come right here and I can click bars pattern and I can create the bars pattern for AMC or APE or any other stock. All right, I want it right there. Give me the bars pattern. And now I have the bars pattern. This is exactly the movement of APE on Friday after close, okay? Now you copy APE's price action and you go to AMC. And you paste it in. Now, this is the bars pattern for ape that we just copied, okay? That's ape's bar pattern. Now, if you click on it and you go to settings, you'll see that it has something called mirrored effect, okay, or flipped effect. In this case, we want mirror because we believe that AMC and ape did the complete opposite. So what we're going to do is mirror it and bring it up, and we're going to see just how much these algorithms ran together. One ran up, one ran down, and then it stayed consistent. Just like in a mirror. When you raise your hand in the mirror and the mirror happens, when they wanted a buy order to go into ape, then they sent in a sell order for AMC, and it created this algorithmic trading pattern. You see how it stays consistent? So, AMC lines up perfectly with the ape bars pattern in the mirror effect. Why? Because they needed the complete opposite to happen. They needed to give the illusion of an arbitrage, okay? Now, we come back over here to ape, and then I'm going to put a bow on this and put this puppy to rest, okay? We copied the bars pattern, all right, for ape. It went up, and then it did this action. So we copy that, and we know that AMC's running the opposite, so we need the mirror effect. So we go here, we hit the mirror effect, we set it there, and then you see that what happens is when ape is running up, AMC is pushing down. When ape is pushing down, AMC is pushing up. And that's the pattern of the algorithm. Now, algorithms work. Well, CSI, it looks like it did exactly what they the ones promoted the arbitrage people. They the ones that was preparing everybody. Get ready. This is how we're going to fucking manipulate this shit. All right? And algorithms work like this. When you talk about meme stocks, all right, that are on this particular algorithm, when they share an algorithm, all right, one stock will run up, one stock will run down. Like AMC will run up, ape will run down, all right? But then eventually the algorithm balances itself back out, and it allows ape to come up and AMC to come down, and they meet in the middle. And the process is repeated. Do they want AMC to continue to fall? And if so, then they're going to allow ape to run up. And it'll come back down, and AMC will come back up, and they meet in the middle. It's an occurrence that happens almost every single day on the 10-minute and 5-minute chart. All right, it's like a radio wave doing this. And it's the same thing that you can expect to see here. Ape ran up, AMC ran down. AMC started picking itself back up, ape started falling back down. Until what? They meet in the middle. That's algorithmic trading, people. That is not an arbitrage. All right? The arbitrage is a facade because supply and demand doesn't fucking work in the market anymore. Because of infinite liquidity that Doug Seafood told us that when you push that buy button, they're going to fill that order. They don't give a fuck if they got the share or not. So, that's what happened Friday. To all the ones who thought it was an arbitrage play and are stressing out and wondering what's going on, we'll talk about that later, but I got to get back to the settlement order that she has out, not opinion, order, and start back at number 5. That's where I left off. So I'm going to connect a video from before talking about the settlement here. Watch it, and then you'll get ready for the second part of the settlement reading next. Love y'all, be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.